Hello, I'm Christina. I'm here to tell you some more about the gymnastics at the Olympics in 2 weeks from now. I was originally going to do the qualification procedures and the competition format together in the same video, and it ended up running too long. So here is part 2 of the competition format. So let's dive in. In 2 weeks from now, on Sunday, July 28th, we have the beginning of the gymnastics competition, and there's the qualification rounds. There are 5 subdivisions. Each subdivision has one team or mixed group per apparatus: vault, bars, beam, and floor. On the teams, there are 5 gymnasts per team, and in the mixed groups of individuals, there are 4 or 5 in a group, up to 3 gymnasts per country. So, before we move into more of the qualification rounds and everything afterwards, important question. What do the qualification rounds determine? Well, in short, everything. Literally everything. The qualification rounds are some of the most important, even though no medals are given in the qualifications. It determines the trajectory of everything else. The top 8 out of 12 teams will qualify to the team final. The top 24 gymnasts, only 2 per country, but the top 24, whether they're on a team or individuals, they qualify to all-around final. And only 2 per country, but the top 8 gymnasts per apparatus, vault, bars, beam, and floor, qualify to the event finals. So qualification rounds are really, really important. And it determines all of the competitions. If you can't make it into the finals, well, you have no chance to vie for a medal. So after the 2022 and 2023 World Championships, where the teams were determined, the FIG, the International Gymnastics Federation, went ahead and did a random draw for the subdivisions, knowing that there are 5 gymnasts per team, knowing that there are 4 or 5 gymnasts per mixed group. That's what MG stands for, mixed group. The IOC, International Olympic Committee, has only given a certain quota of spots for women's gymnastics. Knowing what they had to work with, they did this draw and determined that in Subdivision 1, you'd have Great Britain and Romania, and you'd have Mixed Group 7 and Mixed Group 1. In Subdivision 2, you've got China, Mixed Group 2, USA, Italy. And these show where they start. So Great Britain is starting on the vault, Mixed Group 7 starts on the bars, Romania starts on the beam, Mixed Group 1 starts on floor. After they had all the specific individuals, they knew from which countries, after all of them had qualified, after the Continental Championships and the World Apparatus Cups, they also did a random draw for the mixed groups, being sure to keep any gymnasts who were in the same country together in the same group so they can rotate together. Here you see there's 3 from Philippines, 2 from New Zealand, going together in the same group. 3 from Spain, 2 from Belgium. Some don't have any more than 1 gymnast from the same country. South Africa, Switzerland, Ukraine, Bulgaria. I made a little graphic showing the subdivisions and the gymnasts who are in each team, as well as the gymnasts who are in the mixed group. Here you can see Team USA. We've got Simone Biles, Jade Carey, Jordan Childs, Sunisa Lee, Hesley Rivera. They're starting on balance beam, and I'll be doing a video next week talking about some predictions and thoughts and what I think is going to happen for the team finals and the event finals. I'm not going to spend too much time talking here, but I will say balance beam is not one that gymnasts want to start on. Typically, they prefer what's called the Olympic order, the vault, bars, beam, floor. So That being said, personally, I think gymnasts would rather start on the balance beam than end on the balance beam. Like you're going to have mixed group 1, Italy, Netherlands, mixed group 3, and Australia. They're starting on the floor. So that means second rotation will be vault, third rotation uneven bars, fourth and last rotation beam. And I don't know. Beam is so precarious. No matter who you are, no matter what country you're from, it's a bit shaky. It's a bit rough. There is some interesting strategy, so to speak. It's a little bit tougher being in subdivision 1 or 2 or 3 a little earlier on. Some people say the scores are more strict, less wiggle room there. They become a little bit looser. I guess there's been studies done by fellow gym nerds that have shown that the scores really don't make that big of a difference. I think the biggest thing that could be beneficial is if you're in subdivision 4 or 5, especially 5, you can see exactly what all the other scores are and you know exactly what you need to beat. So if you have some very, very difficult skills that maybe you can get by without them, but you're not sure if you have to throw them or not, or if you want to do it in qualification or not, if it's worth the risk, you could go ahead and take a look at the previous scores if you're in subdivision 5. Like Rebecca Andrade, she's got this massive vault that she is rumored to be working on, and it's going to be pretty massive. She's a huge contender for the all-around. She's going to one of the big reasons Team Brazil is huge contenders. If, for whatever reason, scores are much higher than they typically have been, like Team USA and some others nail it out of the park beyond what's expected, then maybe that would put pressure and they would say, okay, we have to throw the hard skills. Or they can look and see, okay, we can do our normal and make it to finals easy, not a problem. And then in the finals, I can throw the more difficult skills because it's more important to make it to finals. So just some different things there. As far as the competition format goes, like I said, there's the qualification rounds. For the teams, 4 gymnasts out of the 5 compete on each apparatus. The top 3 scores will count for the team total. This is important because they can absorb a score that is a low score or a fall. However, in the team finals on July 30th, 2 teams on each apparatus, they are ranked and seeded, so where the top 2 from qualifications will start on the vault and get that coveted Olympic order, vault, bars, beam, floor, and then the next 2 start on bars and so forth. The gymnasts do alternate, team 1, team 2, team 1, team 2. But the most important thing is there's only 3 gymnasts up and 3 scores count. We call that 3 up, 3 count. In qualifications, it's 4 up, 3 count. You can absorb a fall or a low score. In the team final, everything counts. So that's super important. This is the draw, the competition order for the team final. And like I said, it's seeded, so you have the top ranked teams starting on vault and ending on floor. In the qualifications, you also have the mixed group of individuals. Each of those gymnasts, does not matter how they qualified themselves to Paris, they can compete all 4 apparatus if they wish. And they can't be in contention for team final, but they, along with the gymnasts from the teams, are all in contention for the all-around final if you compete all 4 of the apparatus. Only 2 per country, but the top 24 individuals, no matter whether you're from a team or a country that did not have a team, the top 24 will make it to the all-around final on Thursday, August 1st. There will be 6 individuals on each apparatus. Just like with team final, it is seeded, so you have the top 6 from qualification starting on vault, the next 6 bars, then beam, then floor. And it's also seeded so that way You have a kind of king of the hill ending. The top gymnast ranked in the qualification will finish last on the floor. And here you can see that order: third best, second best, first best, sixth, fourth, fifth, fourth from qualification rankings. Then second, first, sixth, fifth, fourth, third, first, sixth, fifth, fourth, third, second, and then on the last one, sixth, ending with first best. Ideally, this is to give an advantage to the first ranked in qualifications. Interestingly, even though they do that for finals and the all-around, they random draw for the event finals. In qualifications, again, whether from teams or individuals, the top 8 individuals from qualifications on each apparatus will go ahead and qualify to the apparatus finals. There are 4 women's finals because there's 4 apparatus. There's 6 men's apparatus. And so on Saturday, there'll be 2 men's, 1 women. Sunday, 2 men's, 1 women. And then Monday, 2 men's, 2 women's finals. Each of these finals has, as I said, not a preference-based draw, but a completely random draw. And it's based on your ranking from qualifications. In vault, this year at the Paris Olympics, if you qualified first for the vault finals, you'll be competing 4th. If you qualified second, you'll be competing 6th, and so on and so on. Uneven bars, if you qualified first, you'll be competing 6th in the final. If you qualified second, you'll be competing 5th. So this kind of mixes things up a little bit, makes it a little bit more fair. There's no preference being shown. Yeah, it just makes it a little bit more interesting for sure. So this is the competition format. These are the dates the competitions are happening. Qualifications literally happening all day on Sunday, July 28th. And then the team final, Tuesday the 30th. Thursday, August 1st is the all-around. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, way in the early hours if you're in the USA, are the event finals, August 3rd through 5th. I hope you enjoyed this explanation of how the competition for women's gymnastics is going to work in Paris. And give me a like. Let me know you liked it. Comment any questions you have. I will be putting another video up sometime this next week about some predictions for all-around team finals, event finals, some thoughts on different gymnasts and whatnot. If you have any questions, put them into the comments. I will answer those. And hit subscribe if you want to be notified of any videos I put up. Thanks for watching.